we're in the truck. So this is my 2008 Toyota Tundra with 240,000 miles. It's a newer truck, at least to me, compared to my 2004 Chevy Silverado with 180,000 miles. I moved on from that truck. I needed something bigger. The reason is, well, we got a new little human on the way. And you definitely couldn't fit a car seat in that older truck. Not ideal. This one is a lot better. So I've been doing a bunch of work on it and all that type of stuff, and you'll see videos on the DLM Garage channel, but I figured this actually might be kind of cool for the Tech Garage channel. Hear me out. This is what I got. So this is a radio I put in here from a Toto, and it's supposed to have like some QLED fancy screen. So pretty much this radio is like a tablet built into your truck. It has Android Auto, all that fancy type of stuff. Real nice radio, and the screen actually looks really nice on it. And I'll post the specs on the screen in case you're interested. But I was putting in this radio and working on this video, and I looked and I saw, HDMI in. That's not something you commonly see with radios. Typically, you kind of have to do all this type of, these things with adapters, but this one has an HDMI in. Now, if you've been watching the channel, you've noticed I've been doing a bunch of reviews on mini PCs, and I actually have a bunch of those, and I'm actually curious. There's one that I got that's actually supposed to be more towards gaming. I think the graphics card is equivalent to like a 1050 Ti, maybe a little better. But I'm curious if that mini PC would actually work pretty well in here, and how well the gaming experience on this screen would be. Now, I'm not saying that you need to turn your truck into a gaming PC or car or game. No, by no means. This is just more for fun and curiosity, and I don't know, who knows, maybe overlanding in the future. But this doesn't have 4-wheel drive. But anywho's, so my plan is to plug in the mini HDMI into this adapter, which goes from mini HDMI to the regular HDMI, pop in one of those mini PCs. They do have Bluetooth. Use my Xbox controller and see how well gaming on this really is. So let's do that. So now my reason for taking this apart is because I do want to run the HDMI in. So it's a mini HDMI in to HDMI out. I'll probably run it through the glove box since there's a bunch of room right here and it's easy to get through. Picked this up on Amazon. It was like $6 or $7. I think it's 10 feet, which is probably a little overkill, but it should work. This is our mini HDMI. Well, we're gonna have to, let all this stuff fall out and make a mess. Yep, just like that. And now we gotta feed it through here. Alright. And this is gonna go plugged in this way. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, let's pop this right back over here. We got USB access, which that really doesn't matter too much, honestly, because that's for the radio. So yeah, but we have it for the radio. And now we have HDMI. Pretty cool. So this is a 150 watt power inverter. It should work. It should be okay. Or it might get sketchy, but we'll give it a shot. And this mini PC, I think at max it pulls 60 watts. So now this is a Hyper Series mini PCs, and I know I've been doing a bunch of videos and reviews on mini PCs, but mini PCs in the garage have been selling like crazy. I buy them for the price, or the customer brings them in and I set them up for them. I've had some customers want full Linux on this, some turn these into emulation stations and all that type of stuff, and they want their computers and all that type of stuff set up. I've had some bring in monitors and they want me to mount that, and yes, people pay to do that. It's an option and a service I offer them, so yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Now this one, as far as the specs, let's see. It is the Ryzen 7 7735HS. I think it has the built-in 680M, which is roughly equivalent to like a 1050 Ti. So, we're gonna be able to game some, but we are gonna have some limitations. 1 terabyte of storage and 24 gigs of memory. So it's a really cool mini PC. I definitely like this one a lot. I'm gonna plug this in just like so. We're gonna plug this into the inverter, plug this into the charging port, and we should be good to go. And what I'm thinking is, which it might work or it might not work, I'll have to look. I bought this a while ago, and I don't remember why I bought this. It's a mini keyboard. I know it is Bluetooth, but I'm hoping that I could just set it up with this and then enable the Bluetooth. If not, I'll have to get a mouse and keyboard for it. But you know, we got basic keyboard stuff, little trackpad, so it could get the job done. And of course, an Xbox controller, wireless. That's the cool thing about this. It has wireless and Bluetooth. And with this size and portability, we can kind of tuck it away. Airflow, we'll see. Just depends on where I put it in my truck. But with all this, let's go ahead. Let's get to the truck. Let's plug it in and see if it works. Full disclosure, I haven't even tested this yet, so it might or might not work. Let's find out. So this is the truck. This is the new to the fleet or replacement 2008 Toyota Tundra. Got it dirt cheap. Full video on the other channel, DLM Garage. And this is the radio. It's the Toto. I forget what model it is. It's actually a really cool radio. Looks really good. And it has all the features. It's pretty much a tablet inside your vehicle, but with this, it allows me to do HDMI. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the truck on. Probably just put this right up here for now. Plug this in just like so. Our port should be down there. Now let's see, will this fire it up or will it blow a fuse? All right, we got power. So now let's take our HDMI, plug it in just like so. Okay. And we're gonna set it just, you know, cattywampus right there, just so it don't fall. And now I gotta figure out how to do this. HDMI? It works. And I got games on it. So yeah, I did set this thing up. That's awesome. So it's updating Steam, which that's fine. And because I'm in close proximity to my house, it's picking up the house Wi-Fi. So that's a good thing. But another option could be is I could tether this to my phone, but I'm pretty sure the multiplayer action will not be recommended or ideal. So let's plug in our mini keyboard and mouse. Hopefully I don't have to get another one to set this up, but maybe it just picks it up and it just works. Yeah, I gotta get a mouse and keyboard. All right, let's go grab one. So now let's go ahead and plug in this mouse and keyboard. That way we can kind of see what the resolution is. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. Ooh, the sound is transferring. Okay. Well, like I said, it doesn't look terrible. We got our little itty bitty Minnie Mouse. All right. Let's see. Device manager. Yeah, it's running it at 1080s. There we go. That's a lot better. Okay, go back to HDMI. Much more legible. Let's take our Xbox controller. Fire it up. Now, why don't you want to pick up my Xbox controller? Not sure, but I'm going to go ahead and grab my other controller. Controller number 2. There we go. It's a newer controller. I know the other one works, but sometimes it's finicky. Looks like this one's being finicky too, so let's do some updates and let's see if I can figure this out. We got progress. So, got the mini keyboard hooked up. Yep, perfect. And we got the controller hooked up. Just had to reboot the computer. When in doubt, reboot it. So now we're gonna go ahead and load some games up in here. I have some already installed, so I wanna see how will they perform or don't perform. I mean, this is probably gonna be better for emulation and older titles, but let's give it a shot. All right, so I think the first game, I gotta see what I got installed on here. I know I tinkered around with this a while ago. What game's not gonna require me to wait 10 hours for updates? Great. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, here we go. The classic, the favorite. Yeah, I totally stink at this game. That, and it's been a long time since I played it, so I don't quite remember the controls. Oh, come on, we gotta figure this out. But our frames are manageable. Folks, eventually I will figure this out. Come on, Laura. There we go. Ouch, ouch. We got a little farther. There we go. It's coming back to me. Very little. What do I gotta do there again? And we do that. But so far the game is playing really good. Doesn't look bad, and this screen looks pretty awesome. So let's go to load a game. Let's go back to something I've already done. And this is kind of cool. The truck is very comfy, the ultimate gaming chair. The sound, amazing. There we go. Yeah, I definitely haven't played this game in a long time, so I don't remember a lot. I really want to go back and replay this game. I just don't have the time because there are many other games I want to play. But all right, pretty cool. I mean, the experience on this is not bad, and I'll give you a better look of the... but let's go ahead, let's get out of here. Let's fire up another game. Let's try this Kingdom Hearts. I played the first one, I played the second one. I've gotten like a quarter way through the third one, and I stopped playing it because I had it on the PS4 regular, not the HD or Pro or something like that. And if you played it on the regular, it was terrible to play because it was just jittery and just not a smooth experience. And of course, with the Steam sale, why not? I got it cheap, and eventually I'll get to playing this game. But I will say, 60 FPS, pretty smooth. The screen looks pretty good. All right, let's get the scene. Obviously, we'll get a more intense scene. We'll probably get down to like 40 frames per second and something like that, but we get the gist of it. So I'm good with it. Is there any other game on here that I just want to see? Expedition 33? That might be a stretch, but let's try it. This game is fantastic. Folks, if you haven't played this game, you're missing out. Pretty sure for the most part I have these things at like 1080p, the lowest settings that you could possibly imagine. And this one just looks, it's pretty laggy. It's not bad. And here's another one that I don't really remember how to play because it's been such a long time. Yeah, I mean, the experience on this game is definitely playable. I can say that. Am I gonna play 60 hours in my truck? Definitely not. Let's see, gradient attacks. Do I have any build up? No, I don't. Skills. It's just attack. I can't remember though why I'm by myself with him. I'd rather have Mael. She is just the one to have. Very powerful. All right, do we got any better skills? Endbringer. Can we at least annihilate somebody? We're getting there. Hey, I parried. Yes, 45,000. Did I mention how comfortable this is in my truck right now? But this was pretty cool. So let's go ahead, let's kind of give you a tour of how this thing looks. So there we go. Toyota Tundra seats, the 2nd gen, so comfortable, amazing. We have the mini computer right down there, our inverter, our screen, Xbox controller, and our mouse and keyboard. And if for some reason we wanted to, you know, I don't know, just put this away and come back and play later, do we have enough space? Oh yeah, right there, good to go. And if we wanted to, could probably tuck in the computer right over here. Airflow, probably not the best, would have to mod it, but is it practical? No. So let me go ahead, shut this thing down and give you my thoughts. I will say that was pretty cool. Just playing games in my truck on the screen right there, that was pretty fun. And is it practical? Is it worth it? No, absolutely not. And I don't recommend it. Number one, the wear and tear in your vehicle from it sitting idle, just playing video games. Number two, the gas is not cheap on it. And then number three, if you're not car savvy and you're sitting there just idling, your vehicle could overheat, and because you had a bad pump or coolant leak, there's just a lot of things that could go wrong. But back in the 2000s, that was the thing that people were doing. And I remember people spending so much money on just putting screens and video games and all that type of stuff in their vehicles to kind of, you know, make it look cool and all that type of stuff, but then the vehicle didn't run or wasn't reliable. Kind of a waste of money, but it was fun and it was comfortable. The seats in that truck were comfortable, and it was something, I will admit, back in the early 2000s, I thought it was the coolest thing. I wanted to do that, and I remember looking into it, but then the price, the money, the wiring, all that type of stuff, and then did I really want to take my video game console and just move it back and forth just to go around the corner and play video games? Like I said, not practical, especially nowadays when you have laptops that are really powerful, and even tablets where you can kind of do that whole stream gaming, whatever you call it. I mean, but driving and playing video games or hanging out in your vehicle, doing that type of stuff, I mean, I guess to each their own. But I'd still think it's pretty cool with the case of this. I mean, I was curious, that radio had an HDMI port. I figured, why not? So with all that being said, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, concerns, criticisms. Do you think putting a gaming PC in your vehicle is worth it? Have you ever done it? And what other novelty or weird things that people did to their vehicles in the 2000s that you either did or you think was cool? If you like this video, definitely hit the like button, subscribe if you're not, and as always, we'll see what we come up with next.